Well, good afternoon, everybody. It is time for the weekly update on what the heck all of my plants and whatnot are doing. The pumpkins, tomatoes, gourds, etc., etc., etc. So we're going to start off somewhere different today. We're going to do the gourds. I have giant bottle gourds, dipper gourds, and long gourds growing on this trellis. So we're starting here because they finally have reached the very top. That's about, I would say, 12-ish feet tall. And yeah, so those are gonna start growing pretty good. I got a bunch of different kind of gourds that have been pollinated. Those are starting to kind of grow. So I think this is a dipper. I'm pretty positive this is a bottle. The long gourds are the ones off to kind of the right hand side. Let's see if I can find, oh, there's a little long gourd. There's a tiny little long gourd. And then I have a bushel gourd growing just for kicks. I didn't have as much time to fiddle with the gourds as I had wanted to. However, there is always next year. There's another dipper gourd. All kinds of gourds. Those will be fun. So those are growing well. Sunflower's doing its thing. I planted a little tiny pitiful tomato, or rather a watermelon plant. I have a little watermelon. It's pretty cool. This is like the tiniest watermelon plant I've ever seen. It's a miniature. So again, all of this was kind of late. A little half-assed. But let's go to the pumpkins. My ketchup and fries plant is doing very well. These are cherry tomatoes grafted to a potato rootstock. So we go inside here and we see my biggest tomato. It's getting rather huge. Let me change the hose. I usually let this kind of soak once a day. Change it. This one never really had anything promising, so I'm just kind of, there's one tomato, two tomato. I'm just kind of letting those grow and see what they do. So as far as the pumpkins, this is the Bubba plant, the 1947.5 Clements. Going to terminate the main vine today. It has reached the end of the screen house, making it roughly 20 feet long. Probably 22 in actuality. You'll remember last week these fruits were just kind of starting to get going. And now, there she is. So this is the pumpkin formerly known as Bubba. As of today, it is 102 inches in size, and it weighs 42 pounds. I weighed it about this time yesterday, and from yesterday to today, it grew 5 pounds in weight. So I have to almost every third day or so, I've been supporting the vine and lifting that up. I'm going to terminate the rest of the vines, or not terminate, I need to just trim those vines. This is the one that's growing in the Christmas tree pattern. This fruit outgrew his little shade, so I have to go get a set of bed sheets from Goodwill. This is the Red Baron. The vine growth on the Red Baron has really slowed down. Almost all the vines are terminated, except for the secondary that I'm trying to grow in a Christmas tree. That slowed down, and I kept one other one right here just because the vine growth has slowed down so much. So I still want more solar power, more solar panels to power the pumpkin, so to speak. So yeah, so this is the Red Baron, growing quite well. Getting pretty big. Seems like a nice solid pumpkin. Pretty big for my standards anyway. Got a little cheat sheet here. So the Red Baron today, it is 126 inches. It weighs approximately 62 pounds. And from this time yesterday to today, it grew about 10 pounds. So this one's doing in the neighborhood of 10 pounds a day right now, still at its small size. So I'm hopeful that this will really pick up steam. All of them, for that matter, will pick up steam and start to grow a good bit more than that. So we'll go up to the other side and check on the smashing. Here's Patches the Beagle. We're walking. Beautiful Saturday afternoon in Colorado. Changed the oil on my truck. Doing some yard work. Just little things. I saved most of my hardcore gardening and yard working for Sunday morning. So here's another bushel gourd in kind of a neglected garden. I haven't looked at these in a few days, so holy macaroni. It's getting pretty big. Looking good. This one also getting quite large. I'm already looking forward to next year, gardening next year. I have all kinds of great ideas. Everything's going to have kind of a specific area. I think that's one of the secrets, or that would help me anyway, just having each thing having its own little kind of area, more so than I have now. I have the room, so why not? Just takes a little hard work, or rather a lot of hard work. And this is the smashing pumpkin, the 1916 barren plant. I've wrapped the main vine around here. That will grow out there. Secondaries are still growing out. Tertiaries are getting pinched. I've kind of left these because on this plant too, the vine growth has slowed down. I think as probably more of the growth gets sent to the pumpkin, more of the energy. So this one too, he's about out of real estate as far as that shade is concerned, and I need to get a sheet for him as well. This is smashing, and he is 104 inches, 43 pounds. From this time yesterday, he has grown 7 pounds. So this is kind of, I have most of my hope for the giant pumpkin is with this one. I think this one, as time goes on, he'll start to grow faster. Because he has the biggest plant by almost double. So these are I want to say, today's the 18th, so 14. This one is, don't quote me, 14 days old, right? I think so, ish. Today's the 18th. So this one was pollinated on the 2nd. So this one's 16 days old, 15 days old if you don't count the first day. So 16 days old, 17 days old. That one was pollinated on the 4th, so that's 13 days old. So pretty much all these are right around 2 weeks old, and biggest is 60, smallest is 42. So yeah, I'm excited. Pretty fun. Every day I come out and I see the pumpkins. I usually come out about 4 o'clock or so after I get off of work, and every day it's hard to believe that you see something that's grown 10 pounds, and later, hopefully, if I'm lucky, later in the season there'll be days where they grow 20, 30, 40 pounds a day. So it's pretty fun. More fun than I thought I was going to have, and it's a lot more work than I thought it was going to be, but that's okay. So I'm enjoying it. So that's it for today. I hope you have enjoyed your Saturday edition of What's Going On in Chad's Backyard. Pumpkins are growing, great weather. Been doing a lot of activities lately, so just enjoyed it. As always, if you have any questions, comments, queries, or concerns, please leave a comment, message me, call me, text me, come by, say hello, anything like that. Have a great weekend, everybody. See ya.